Hello, Mama Jojo talking to Joseph. Yes, congratulations, but don't anybody go anywhere because you never know if you're the next free reading, okay? And just remember, this one will be available to view on my YouTube channel. So just go to my website, hit the YouTube icon, and watch over 500 readings that are available for watching right now on my YouTube channel. Pretty stinking cool. Okay, Mama Joe talking to Joseph. Would love to have you come on in. I'm actually getting a lot of things from him right now as I'm talking to him, so I love this. Let me just go ahead and get started for you, to be honest. Recording check, blah, blah, blah. Great. So we go down to this parchment paper. He's been writing some beautiful facts down for us. He tells me that he passes suddenly, unexpectedly, before his time in a tragic way. He just tells me that he takes partial responsibility, like essentially for the situation he was in. Really wasn't much to come back from. He also gives me a sign that says going, gone. This could be talking about, hold on. And then he makes me feel like somebody finds him or happens upon the situation. Does this make sense so far? Does this resonate so far? Because I could keep going. She says, yes. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I don't know what their relationship to you is, but I do see that maybe someone has clothes or something in honor of his memory. I'm really trying to see the different aspects of how they ended up passing. Right, it almost seems, okay, and she says it's her father. And it almost seems like we just, this could be something that maybe is a situation or even underlying. It could be, and then there's an element of taking responsibility. So it could be fast cars and car accidents, or it could be underlying medical conditions and just catching up to us because we hadn't taken that extra initiative toward it. And then he emphasizes again, oh, and you have his shirts, beautiful. And then he emphasizes again, being found. He's a little in and out, but he seems like he's crossed over beautifully. You guys have very similar personalities, and he says that he's visited you in dreams since he's ended up passing, so he wants to validate that for you as well. We're trying to find out if he was taken from a heart attack or if a stepmom ended up taking his life. Okay. How long ago was this? Was this under a year ago? And that's just out of pure curiosity. And a year in April. Okay, so it's just been a year. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, I think someone stumbled upon him. I think somebody found him. I think that the reason his connection is in and out is that 1 year mark. He's also taking chances and responsibility. So a way to show if you love somebody, because that's why the stepmom would be in question, is the amount that you care. Did she care enough to make sure he got his regular visits? No. Does that make her responsible for his death? No. It's almost like, okay, cool, if we don't go to the doctor, maybe that'll take care of things. Or just an inattentiveness to what's going on. So I can't say it was anything intentional, but I do see it was, something you don't come back from once it bubbles to the surface. Also, I feel like underlying, like, I'm really tired and then I'm going to go take a nap instead of go to the doctor. Just typical boy stuff. But no, I think the personality she gave you as soon as he ended up passing was always the personality, but I don't see foul play. I can see a lack of care and attendance. That is definitely what I could see. So he wants you to know he's at peace. He wants you to know that the dreams that you have of him are absolutely legitimate connection with him. He also says the songs. So maybe you hear him, the synchronicities of songs, just your guys' song at just the right moment. But you guys have very similar personalities. And then we had just gotten our relationship back, and you know what? He talks about being able to have that in synchronicities and good ideas and aha moments still in the future. So I want you to transform this, spot in the sand of grief, which is a past tense emotion. And he does sound like a stubborn person, but so are you. So is her daughter, and he wants you to project excitedness to hear the songs again. Okay, he wants you to be excited to see him again in dreams. And these are only breadcrumbs. There can't be that hug that we want unless it can happen in a dream, right? They're only the breadcrumbs, but the breadcrumbs is really all we get. The rest is faith. The rest is faith. Okay, love you.